Hello everybody and welcome back to my kitchen. I have a kind of like a meal prep type of video. Yes, I know my battery's dying. Kind of a little bit of a meal prep video. I've got two actual, they're right there, trail mixes that I made yesterday, and also some salad dressing. And I did two salad dressings and one marinade, but one of the salad dressings can be a marinade and a salad dressing. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I would just share those with you. This is a very laid back video. You know, I'm talking through the whole thing and just having fun, just hanging out with everybody. I would love to know if you make your own homemade salad dressings and marinades. I love doing those. I just got some really cute mason jars so I could be, you know, a grown up instead of having them in Tupperwares. But anyways, I got those off of Walmart's like grocery pickup. So if you do Walmart grocery shopping, they have those there. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you do enjoy this. Let me know what homemade salad dressings that you like to do. Like I said, I love to do them and I thought I would just share. I'll probably share two more next week because I have a couple of meals that I'm gonna be doing next week that have to have salad dressings and marinades and stuff like that. So I'll probably share some more with you. But anyways, with that being said, let's get on into the video. I do hope you enjoy this. So let's get it cracking. Okay, to start this one off, I'm gonna go ahead and do the kids first, just because if I don't get to the other one, I know, because they've been asking for this, I know I got this part done. So we're gonna go in with one bag of corn chips. And then we're gonna go in with some goldfish and do about half the bag of this one. And this is just the regular cheddar, just the regular bag, the small bag of goldfish. And then we're gonna go in with some pretzels. That should be good. Many times, but go ahead and measure everything. 2 cups pretzels, 1 full bag of Fritos, and a couple of, and like 1.5 cups of the the goldfish. 2 cups of the, let's see, the Chex mix. Well, no, the Chex, this is the rice one. You can do corn, you can do whatever one you want. This is what I grabbed. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do a couple cups of those. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with nuts. You know, I know there are children out there that are allergic to nuts. So mine aren't, and mine know very strongly that they are not allowed to share their treats with anyone at school. They have been told this, and it is, they know they're not supposed to. So we're gonna go in with a few handfuls of that. That sounds about right. Okay. Okay, so now do the sauce part. Okay, and of course I forgot my butter. With 1 stick of butter, we're gonna heat that through. Got it on pretty high. And we're gonna go in with 1 cup of light brown sugar, 1/2 cup of honey. You can use light corn syrup if you want, but I'm using honey in place of the, like the Karo, the corn syrup. But you use whatever you have on hand. Just because I'm using this doesn't mean that you have, can't use what's already in your pantry. There is no judgment on my channel. So there we go with that. Okay, and we're gonna get that nice and melted. It doesn't have to be a, a roaring boil or anything like that. We're just melting everything down really nicely. Okay, now that we're done melting everything together, I've got it pretty darn well smooth. and the sugar good and melted where it's not too grainy. I'm gonna give this a little bit of stir, let it cool down for just a minute, and then we'll start pouring over all of our mixture here. I don't make it often, so don't be coming after me, but it's a nice little treat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and mix that all in. Want every bit of that. And then we're gonna just toss. Now with these little Chex Mix, they break pretty easy, so if you feel like too many of them broke while you were mixing, you can throw some more in if you wanted. Okay, the next step is going to be putting them on some cookie sheets that have been lined with parchment paper and then baking them. So I'm gonna get them lined on my cookie sheets and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got both of the cookie sheets layered with the mixture, you're gonna put it in a preheated oven at 350 and you're gonna bake them for 8 minutes. After the 8 minutes is up, you're gonna go in and you're gonna toss them around and cook them for another 8 minutes. Okay, so I've pulled it out, and I forgot to mention that you really have to watch your pans because of all that sugar. It can burn really quickly if you don't keep an eye on it. So definitely keep an eye on it. And then what I like to do is to go in at the end, get everything mixed up, let it dry down, and let it cool off. And then I like to go back in with some of the cereals and the, you know, the goldfish that aren't covered in the sugar mixture, and just get that tossed around to fluff it up. And it is so good. So you've got some sugary bits, and then you've got some, you know, regular stuff in there. As you can see, some of my little things started burning just a tiny bit, but not horribly, not horribly. Just make sure you keep your eye on it, and it should all be good. So I'm gonna let that, you know, cool off a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go in with the M&Ms. So I'm just going in and separating most of those, because you can see like this right here, you wanna kind of break that up so that you don't have huge chunks in there and everything can separate. Don't do it with your these, because you'll break it up too much, but that's what I like to do. That's what I like to go in and just hand kind of separate everything. And if you don't want as much sauce, just cut the recipe in half. The more you toss, the faster it cools down, and then you can start in on mixing in the chocolate bits. And then you can also put in raisins. I was gonna put raisins in, but my raisins actually went bad on me and I didn't even realize it. Make sure, kind of like this one, get it nice, and some of them you can't really take apart. And try not to eat it all. It is so good. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, and then I'm gonna transfer everything back into that big bowl. And then I also found these little mini chocolate chips. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in there too, just to get them used up. Okay, and then I'll just put them in a gallon-size freezer bag, and we're good to go. But look how pretty that is. And the boys absolutely love these, and it's super easy. Okay, so for this next one is gonna be Texas trash. So with that being said, this is definitely a savory and spicy. So we love it. It is really, really good, and it's super simple to make. So what we're gonna go in with is the Chex Mix, the one that I put in the kids. We're gonna go in with a couple cups with this. And then we're gonna go in with some wheat Chex. We're gonna go in about a cup with this, counting. And then we're gonna go in with some Cheez-Its. I like it a lot more cheesy, so we're gonna put a lot more in there because it's just good. Okay, pretzels, some oyster crackers, And then some pistachios that have been shelled. And then some almonds. I forgot my almonds. Okay, I'm gonna give it a good mix. I think I want some more cheese in it. We'll go ahead and use the rest of it. Okay, just like the other one, we're gonna start out with a stick of butter. This stuff is so good. I am so excited about this. I haven't had it in forever. Anyways, we're gonna go into it. I'm gonna start putting in the seasonings. You're gonna need some Worcestershire sauce, about a tablespoon of this. Okay, and then you're gonna need some hot sauce. We like the Zatarain's Cajun. That's what we're putting in ours. But you can use, what is the other one? Tabasco. You can do that. I put a teaspoon in of this. You can even put in some sriracha, some cayenne. And then some chili powder. Right there. Okay, onion powder. About a half a teaspoon. Some paprika. You could do smoked paprika if you wanted to as well. You can put liquid smoke in there. I don't prefer it with the liquid smoke, but you know, some people do. And then garlic powder. You could also put in some oregano, some dill, some ranch, what have you. There are so many different ways to do this. And you're gonna let this whole butter melt down. It doesn't have to be as, you know, complicated as the sweet one. You just get this melted down, and then once you're done getting the butter all melted and the seasonings all incorporated, then you can just turn around and just dump it all onto your mixture over there. Okay, now that we've got our butter done, we're gonna just pour this all over the top. So yummy. Okay, now I'm gonna top it off with some of the cayenne. Even though we put it on there, like I said, we like things extra spicy. So totally skip out on this part if you want to. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more paprika as well. It just gives it a really beautiful shade too. And the last step that I like to take is to put a little bit more, some Creole seasoning in there. Totally optional. Okay, now for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in one of these just throwaway kind of casserole dishes. I'm gonna pour it in there. Okay, now what I like to do is, I've got my oven at 250 and I'm gonna slow roast these for an hour. Now you can halfway through cover these if you wanted to. Sometimes I do, I feel like my oven is just really finicky for some reason, but you can go ahead and, like I said, halfway through you can cover them and just keep slow roasting them. But here we go into the oven. Okay, I just pulled out the Texas trash from the oven and just laid it on some parchment paper. I'm going to let that I'm gonna let this cool off, and then I'm gonna transfer it into a gallon-sized bag. But oh my gosh, it's so good. If you like savory and spicy stuff, this doesn't have too much spice. I know it looked like I put a lot of spice into it, but oh my gosh, it's delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on doing my salad dressings that I'm gonna have for the week, and then also the marinade that I'm gonna be making for one of the meals that I'm gonna be doing this week. And the first one is a marinade, and it's firecracker marinade. I love this stuff. It's so, you can do so many different dishes with this. You can do chicken wings, chicken breast, chicken thighs, shrimp, and even on pork chops as well. You can put this on a pork tenderloin. I mean, it is endless on what you can do with this. So with that being said, we're gonna start off with some olive oil. I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons in here. Okay. And then we're gonna put in some soy sauce. The soy sauce that I have is this, I can't pronounce it. It's a gluten-free soy sauce, and it's reduced sodium. But you use whatever soy sauce that you have. You don't have to run out and get this. This doesn't make the whole marinade. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of that. Okay, and then we're gonna do a couple of teaspoons of some apple cider vinegar. I have the Bragg's Organic. Okay. And then we're gonna go in, I love this stuff. Now you can use the regular sriracha, but I just really, really like this. This is the chili garlic sauce. I think it's just fun. It's so good. And we're gonna put in 1 and 2. It's very spicy. It already has the red pepper flakes in there that you're gonna need. Now, if you don't have this stuff right here and you all you have is sriracha, you're gonna wanna also put in some red pepper flakes. I went on ahead and brought mine out like this, the crushed red pepper, but I don't need that. Okay, and then I'm putting in 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And then I'm also gonna go in with some garlic, some fresh garlic. Gonna go in with some sea salt and pepper. Okay, so that is your basic one. Now I'm about to double this, but it smells amazing and it is awesome and it's that quick to make. So there you go. Okay, so I've gone in and I went on ahead and doubled my batch, so I have just a tiny bit more. I've got these, I just got them at Walmart. I've got the little small size and then I've got a bigger one. I think this is like 8 ounce, and then the other one that I have is a 16 ounce, but this will fit perfectly in this one and it will keep just fine. And then right before you use it, just give it a little shake in there to separate the oils and stuff like that. But there it is. The stuff is amazing. It's sweet, but spicy, and it just, oh my God, it is so good. You gotta try this. Okay, another one that I love to do, this can be a marinade or it can be just your salad dressing. And this is a honey mustard vinaigrette. It is really easy to do and it's super simple. So we're gonna get on into it. The first thing that you're gonna need is 1/4 cup of distilled regular white vinegar. Okay, and then you're gonna need 1/2 cup of olive oil. Okay, and then you're gonna need another 1/4 cup. I use the rice wine vinegar. You can use white wine vinegar if you wanted to. There's another 1/4. Okay, and then we're gonna do 1/4 cup of honey. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with some honey mustard. We're gonna do a teaspoon of this. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with some regular Dijon. The one that I have is the Frenchies, and this is made with Chardonnay in it. It is so good. Okay, and we're gonna do another teaspoon. Okay, And then we're gonna go in with some stone ground mustard. Now, with this, you can do a honey Dijon mustard, but I didn't have just regular honey Dijon. I had honey mustard and then I had Dijon. So that's gonna make up my honey Dijon mustard. And then we're gonna go in with a 1.5 tablespoons of the ground mustard. And then a little bit of pepper. To just keep taste testing. Add a little bit more in there, but I always try to start out with the minimum so that I can add in if I needed to. Okay, now I'm gonna put this in a blender and just pulse it for a few seconds and then it'll be done. Okay, it is done. Now I can transfer it back into my little jar here. Now if you can always double this recipe so that you have plenty for marinade and for dressing. It is so good. It's tangy and sweet and I love it. It's just so flippin' good. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go to my bigger one. Or maybe not, we'll see. I think that's good. Okay, it is like almost 1, and with me doing all this stuff, I need to eat something because I'm starting to get kind of faint. But I'm gonna make myself this. My mother-in-law has got me hooked on this. I absolutely love it. She brought over 3 cups of these and I ate them and I ordered myself some more. I just can't. These are not healthy at all. Ramen noodles is not healthy. It's super bad for you, but I'm really hungry and this is what I'm gonna be making myself because it takes 4 minutes in the microwave and it's delicious and I love it. I absolutely love this stuff. So I thought I would share it in case anybody loves them. Some cup of noodles, some ramen. This is like the stir fry type. Oh my God, it's so good. It is so good. You gotta try it. Okay, with all the hullabaloo with the printer, my phone was about to die and I'm running out of time and I'm trying to get all of this done. So I've got you on my little mini tripod up on some books and it won't reach with my regular tripod. So we're down here below and I'm gonna show you how I do my avocado ranch dressing. I love this stuff in obviously regular salads, BLT salads, Cobb salads, ranch. I like to do lettuce wraps or BLT wraps and have this. It goes in so many different salads and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna show you how I do mine. Okay, with all that being said, you're gonna need 1 avocado. I'm gonna cut this booger up and we're gonna put it into the bowl. Now I will be blending this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put everything into my bowl and then I'm going to blend it. I don't think y'all really need to see me blend anything. I mean, you know, I'm putting it in a blender. So I'm just gonna squeeze all my avocado out of here. This one isn't sharp enough to, whoop! Don't do that. Squeeze this one in there. Jameson will probably end up picking up that avocado seed off the floor because he likes to play with them like a ball. So normally I would pick that up, but I know him. he really likes to play with those. Okay, so now that we have that, let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, we're also gonna be putting in, where are you at? Some Duke's mayonnaise. I'm gonna do about a 1/2 cup of the Duke's mayonnaise. You can measure if you want to. Normally I measure out my mayonnaise, but I don't have time for that today. So we're just gonna go in like this. And then I'm going to also do another one, a 1/2 cup of sour cream. A little bit more. There we go for that. Since it's avocado, we're gonna put in some lemon juice. I don't have any fresh lemons, So we're gonna put in a couple of dashes. Okay, and then I like mine to be spicy and so does my husband. So I'm putting in a speck of red pepper flakes. I'm gonna put in some pepper. That should be good. And then I'm gonna put in some salt. This is sea salt. This is the Morton's Fine sea salt. It's great for marinades and doing salad dressings and things like that. I cook with it, you know, regardless. I just like it. And I'm gonna use the last of my garlic powder. This is probably, I wanna say, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. You could also put in fresh garlic if you want to, but I'm running out of time. I'm gonna put in a dash of onion powder, just a little bit. Not too much. Okay, and then we're gonna put in some dill weed. I wanted fresh dill weed. Fresh dill weed would be ideal, but they didn't have any in the store, so we're just gonna use this one and it'll be just fine. I've done that before. About a 1/2 teaspoon. And then some chives. Fresh chives, again, would be awesome. I don't have any, so that's what we're going with right there. And I'll probably put in a good tablespoon of the fresh chives. Okay, and then I'm gonna put in a tiny bit of some olive oil, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And this is the extra light olive oil, which I prefer. I prefer that. Where did I do with the lid on this? Okay, and now I'm going to be putting this into my blender. It's gonna be on the thicker side because it's a creamy ranch avocado dip, just saying. So this is all gonna go into the blender. I'm gonna get this all mixed up and then that's done. I mean, how easy is that? Okay, I've got it all mixed up right in there and it's creamy and dreamy and oh so delicious. And then the last thing I'm gonna put in is the rice wine vinegar. You can put in apple cider vinegar, you can put in just regular distilled vinegar, the white vinegar, you can put in red wine vinegar. I mean, whatever you want to, not a ton, just a little bit. Just a little bit and then whisk it and then it is ready. Okay, so there we've got it. We've got 2 different salad dressings. This one can be used as a marinade and a salad dressing. The avocado salad dressing, and then also the firecracker marinade that goes with so many different things. Okay, so that is everything I have for you. Please try that firecracker marinade. It is unbelievable. I'll be sharing you what I'm gonna be doing with that marinade next week, so keep a lookout for that. So definitely, if you're new, I hope you did subscribe. So stay tuned for some more yummy recipes. And that is what I have for you today. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.